In today's news, Honorable WALWYN warns of imminent tax increases. Premier blames DG's office for major blunder. Royal Navy aids in the tropical storm recovery. I'm delayed but never denied, says ADAEJAH HODGE. BVI wins first CFU under-14 game against USVI. Caribbean faces increased heat wave and 8 die in Trinidad and Tobago amidst dengue outbreak. We have the details of this and so much more when 284 News returns.
Orange alert! Orange alert!
Fire is spreading across the BVI. The fastest, most reliable, and affordable fiber internet service is here for you. Look out for fire in these new locations: Slaney, Duff Bottom, Manual Reef, Seacoast Bay, Albion, Hannah's, Palestina, Pleasant Valley, and Havers. Fiber is in your area. Call 444-4444 or visit a CCT store to find out more and bring it home. More locations coming soon.
Life is unpredictable, and when a storm is coming, having a plan can make all the difference.
We need a plan in case of a hurricane. Everyone, let's work together on this.
This is where we go in case if we need to evacuate. This is safe away from flood zones.
I will use this room as our secure space if we have to stay home.
Don't forget to save our local contacts and also our off-island contacts.
Right, and we need to have a plan for our pets too. They can't go to shelters, so we need a safe place for them.
In case we get separated, we should have a meeting spot. How about the community center?
That's good, and we can leave a note there too.
I feel safe knowing we have a plan.
With a plan, you're not just preparing for the worst, you're taking control of the situation. A message from the Department of Disaster Management and 284 Media.
Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of 284 News. It is Tuesday, August 20th, 2024. I'm Ron Grant, bringing you the very latest out of Tortola in the Virgin Islands. A happy Tuesday's wish to everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Beginning our newscast on the local scene, opposition legislator, the Honorable WALWYN, has issued a stern warning to residents and businesses in the British Virgin Islands to prepare for potential tax increases following the government's significant budgetary oversight linked to the recently implemented salary structure for public servants. Now, during Friday's House of Assembly session, WALWYN highlighted the economic repercussions of what he described as, and I quote, monumental blunder by the government. His comments follow the shocking revelation by Premier and Minister of Finance, Dr. the Honorable Natalia de Wheatley, who disclosed that the government had underestimated the cost of the new salary structure by more than $13 million. Originally, $11.7 million had been budgeted for the salary adjustments. However, a review by the Ministry of Finance found that the actual cost required an additional $13.3 million, bringing the total to nearly $25 million. This shortfall has prompted serious concerns about how the government plans to address the deficit. Premier Wheatley, in response to the budgetary gap, announced that the government would consider revising the fee structures across various ministries and departments. He also hinted at a possible amendment to the legislation governing the maritime industry as part of the strategy to cover the unexpected cost.
Moving forward, we must carefully consider our fee structure across multiple ministries and departments and make adjustments that will not impact the most vulnerable. Madam Speaker, in addition to these fee-based revenue initiatives, significant financial benefits are anticipated from the proposed amendments to the Commercial Recreational Vessel Licensing Act, the Cruising and Home Port Permit Act, and the Customs Management and Duties Act. These legislative changes are expected to significantly boost the British Virgin Islands economy by enhancing maritime traffic and extending the stays of vessels in our waters.
Honorable WALWYN expressed skepticism about these measures, suggesting they would lead directly to increased taxes on residents and businesses. He estimated the total shortfall could be closer to $20 million, given the scope of the financial miscalculation. and warned that the public would be left to shoulder the burden through higher taxes.
Look at what is happening here now. Look at what is happening here now, Madam Speaker. The Premier in his remarks went on to mention fees, increases in fees that will happen. So now what is happening now is that the public, Madam Speaker, the public is now going to be saddled with this $20 million or $30 million, as he say, deficit in the budget. So they're going to go back to all kind of old fees and add on this and add on that, because the money has to come from somewhere. And now the public, the innocent public, the struggling businesses that are having such a difficult time keeping their doors open, they're going to spend the next couple of weeks digging through to see how they can find money to plug this $20 million hole on the backs of the people who are already having a difficult time.
The 6th District representative referred to the schedule of additional provisions, which outlined the government's spending adjustments as a mini-budget that has no revenue-raising initiatives to boost the territory's economy.
You look at the budget that we've just done, this supplementary appropriation, it's a mini-budget. And you have a $20 million variance, even though he says 13, but you will find out, it will come later on, Madam Speaker. You'll see that I'm right. And you see no revenue-raising initiatives in it. None. You keep hearing a lick and a promise, a lick and a promise. Prospect coming so long, Befilon coming so long, this coming so long, and you see nothing materializing, Madam Speaker. No new money is coming into the country. But then you look at Grand Cayman, you look at Dominican Republic, you look at Turks and Caicos, I mean, you look at the Bahamas. Every minute you see new hotel developments coming on stream, and you see nothing happening at all, Madam Speaker, here. Then you look, you said they had gambling and agriculture, gambling legislation, nothing. They went and said they got plant marijuana, nothing. Nothing is happening, Madam Speaker, at all.
WALWYN also criticized the absence of an economic council to provide advice to the Minister of Finance, suggesting that this lack of expert guidance has contributed to the significant budgeting error. He argued that the recent SAP offers no tangible benefits to the residents of the territory.
Not a thing in that SAP, Madam Speaker, is in there for the people. There's no money for an unemployment program that I've been calling about for the longest while. Unemployment is extremely high. There's no money there for a proper comprehensive program, Madam Speaker, for unemployment. There's no money in there for the Business Bureau. None. I know for sure the Minister of Trade. We were out there campaigning together about these very things. The need to help the small businesses. There's $125,000 was in the budget. I thought in the SAP you'd have seen some money in there to help the small businesses. Nothing increased in there. And I saw the minister made an announcement that she's going to be giving out grants up to $7,000 starting from September. The people are so excited. The amount of phone call I got, I have the names written down there to help them, tell them, come to the office quick. Let me help you with this application before this money done.
Premier and Minister of Finance, Dr. the Honorable Natalia D. Wheatley, has sought to explain his role as Minister of Finance in the recent blunder of the budgeting of the compensation for public officers. Premier Wheatley, while seeking to protect himself as Finance Minister, blamed the Deputy Governor's office for the blunder. It was revealed upon review of the compensation for public officers by the Ministry of Finance in April of 2024 that the $25 million, $56,518 was needed, and not initially the $11.7 million. Premier Wheatley on Friday, August 16, 2024, presented this new figure in additional estimates brought before the House of Assembly to be approved.
I want to make it abundantly clear to the people of the Virgin Islands that at no time was I, as Minister of Finance, informed before we passed this budget that the compensation for the public officers and this new payment structure would be more than what we budgeted in the budget.
Premier Wheatley further sought to explain that the expected compensation review falls under the responsibilities of the governor as stipulated in the Constitution under Section 60, which states the terms and conditions of the employment for public officers. Additionally, he also expressed his disappointment in the opposition in their quest to, and I quote, always try to bring the government down.
The members of this House, Madam Speaker, know very well that compensation review falls under the governor's responsibilities, which the governor has delegated to the deputy governor's office. They know very well, because the Constitution under Section 60 says that the terms and conditions of employment for public officers falls under the governor. And the members of the opposition very well know that that has been delegated to the deputy governor's office. Now, I purposely did not come here, Madam Speaker, and try to throw anyone under the bus, because I don't think that's what leaders do. I came here, we had an informal meeting, I explained the situation in detail. It's sad, Madam Speaker, that the information that I provided, to be fully transparent with members of the opposition, they were just taking notes for when the lights turned on, so that they can perform these theatrics. And they saw an opportunity, Madam Speaker, to gain political points and try to damage the government. And I continue to be disappointed, because at every opportunity when we should show some unity, when we have a major challenge, we see the opportunity to try to make the government look bad and hurt the government.
Viewers, up next we have much more on the local scene. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
At Partners for Kids, your child's health and happiness are at the heart of everything we do. We've been the trusted medical home for children and adolescents up to 18 years old. And now, we are excited to welcome a new member to our family of healthcare professionals. Introducing Dr. Aisha Maxwell, our new family practitioner. Dr. Maxwell brings a wealth of experience and deep passion for pediatric and adult care, ready to join our team in providing first-rate health services to your family. At Partners for Kids, we believe in a collaborative approach to healthcare. With partners in occupational therapy and clinical psychology, Partners for Kids, where caring is just the beginning. Visit us at Road Reef Plaza, Tortola, open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call us at 284-444-5437 or reach out at info@partnersforkids.com to learn more.
There are many ways to enjoy life, like so many ways to count on Popular.
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Aye. This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What do you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What do you really? Hey, this ain't like you, know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out of trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I watching ball. I even watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hooked, I tell you.
Welcome back, viewers, and thank you so much for sticking with us. The Royal Navy ship HMS Trent recently visited the territory to support restoration efforts following the passage of Tropical Storm Ernesto. The ship's captain hosted Governor and Premier while docked. The crew also met with the BVI Department of Disaster Management and representatives from frontline services like health and law enforcement. Engineers from HMS Trent joined recovery crews across the territory to help clear roads and remove unstable trees, working to future-proof the island for the remainder of the storm season. In an official quote, we're in the British Virgin Islands, they said, after Tropical Storm Ernesto. This message, of course, came on behalf of their social media page. They continued by saying our sailors, Royal Marines, and 24 Commando Royal Engineers Crisis Response Troop have come together to assist with the recovery. This is not the first time, viewers. The Royal Navy has provided aid to Caribbean islands this year. In July, HMS Trent assisted the Cayman Islands after Hurricane Beryl devastated many parts of the region. Photos shared online showed the crew working alongside Governor Daniel Pruce, who expressed gratitude to their help. The arrival of HMS Trent comes as the UK continues to support its overseas territories in the face of increasingly severe storm seasons. Virgin Islander Miss ADAEJAH HODGE, the 18-year-old track sensation from the British Virgin Islands, is using her historic experience at the Paris Olympic Games as motivation for the next phase of her promising career. Speaking with Sophia Fay, the public relations officer for the BVI Olympic Committee, Hodge reflected on her groundbreaking performance and shared her ambitions for future competitions. She said watching the women's 200-meter finals fueled her for what is next to come in her track career.
Watching the race actually fueled me a lot more. It was a bit emotional when I got back to the car room after my semifinal because I know I didn't perform to the best of my abilities. I know that I'm capable of running what made the final, which was 22:36, and I'm not gonna lie, I cried a little bit, but I'm using this as fuel. So watching the finals, it was like, that could have been me, but I'm delayed but never denied. I know there's big things ahead, and I know that if I want it, I have to work for it, basically.
Hodge made history at the Paris Olympics by becoming the youngest female athlete to compete in the women's 200-meter event and the first athlete from the BVI to advance to the semifinals in that discipline. Though she has already achieved significant milestones, Hodge remains focused on what lies ahead. She has her sights set on the 2028 Olympic Games in Los Angeles, California, where she aims to build on her success and reach even greater heights.
I think it's sunken in a little bit, not too much though. I think I tend to overshadow my blessings sometimes, so I have to like rewind and unwind and just appreciate all the things that I've accomplished so far. I'm not content, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not content with the semifinalists. I really wanted to be a finalist, but it's just not my time yet. I know I have time to mature, and I know I have time to just enhance my game, people would say, and just making sure that I'm ready for the next time for when I am the finalist.
Before turning her attention to Los Angeles, Hodge will compete in the 2024 World Athletics Under-20 Championships in Lima, Peru from August 27 to the 31st. Also known as the World Junior Championships, this event will see Hodge competing against the top young athletes in her age group from around the globe. She believes that her Olympic experience has given her the confidence and preparation she needs to excel, but she noted that more pressure will be placed on her to deliver a better overall performance.
I think it just gives me experience. Going into U20s is also a really big meet with really high stakes and really like greater pressure. To be honest, I think U20s will be more, it will have more pressure on myself to do better because me and the individuals are on the same caliber. We're all under the age of 20. So just going in, I'm just going to prepare myself and just let my body rest these couple of days and just get back into training. Coming off of a big championships, I can't just go into training and just like bang everything. I have to let my body like recover and just staying on top of things and being consistent. My season is not over. Most of the people who competed in the Olympics, their season is over, but I still have one more competition and I have one more chance to get it right.
A superb hat trick by Virgin Islander Tariq Charles propelled the British Virgin Islands to their first win of the 2024 Caribbean Football Union Boys Under-14 Challenge Series against the United States Virgin Islands, playing at the Hasley Crawford Stadium in their Tier 2 Group B match in Trinidad and Tobago on Monday. The BVI defeated USVI 3-1. The USVI dominated the early stages of the match, but that dominance failed to bear fruit, and the BVI caught them napping in their 24th minute. Miles Penn played a telling ball in behind of Charles, who outpaced the USVI defense to lob their goalkeeper. Jamaica Liverpool, the USVI's dominance was rewarded in the second half with a 45 equalizer from Harrison Oriol. Of course, jubilation lasted only for 4 minutes as Charles benefited from the indecisive play in the USVI defense and pounded a loose ball. Charles completed his half tick and, of course, the hat trick in the 70th minute just put the game to bed. With his back to goal, the forward turned neatly and curled his right-footed effort into the top corner, giving the goalkeeper absolutely no chance. Here's a look at those highlights.
Dano finds Berry, back to Alexander. Alexander trying to find Berry, he does, but the big defender is going to come. Oh, he loses out to Berry. Berry puts the ball across. Still hasn't gone out of play. Smith with a shot. Oh, it's just wide. He's looking for movement, trying to get an impressive Tariq Charles going. This can be dangerous. Charles, and it's in the back of the net. You cannot sleep on that man. Tariq Charles. He wins. He scores. British Virgin Islands, look at it again. They will celebrate. It was a perfect striker's goal. It drops to Berry. Berry going for a bit of a run here. Berry. Donovan Berry. A bit too anxious there. Shot from distance. Oh, into the back of the net. A beauty. What a goal by Harrison Oriol. As there it was. He shook off the challenge of the wingback. And then Charles, oh my goodness me, Tariq Charles is off to the races here. Gordinho coming across. Gordinho, but Charles shakes off the challenge and calmly puts it away. Tariq Charles, he doubles the advantage. As they just try to put this one to bed. Charles with a shot. Oh, it's past Rollins. Tariq Charles with a hat trick. And that seems to be game, set, and match.
Viewers, up next we have much more on the local scene. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Some claim that the age of a true gentleman is far behind us, but we disagree. He may appear in different guises today, but the values and ideals that make him a gent still stand. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman by yours truly, Ron Grant, presents Season 6. Introducing Sheldon Frett, actor, film producer, writer. Daylon Vantapool, entrepreneur. Terrence Neal, creative director. Chad George, entrepreneur. Humphrey Liu, financial services professional. Jamali DJ Molly Thomas, sales manager. Kai DeCastro, entrepreneur. Dean the Sportsman Greenaway, journalist. St. Clair Steady Fleming, entrepreneur. Devon Cowell, brand specialist. Robert Green, footballer. And Rick S.S. Grant, author. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, coming June 5th, exclusively on 284 Media, inspiring a generation of greatness.
Hi, my name is Judy, VI Motors Operations Assistant, and today I'm here with Ding, one of our mechanics, and we are going to show you how you can check your engine oil level, as it's an essential part in maintaining your engine's health.
First, let's pop the hood. Here's the oil dipstick. We'll pull it out, wipe it clean with a cloth, reinsert it, and pull it out again to get an accurate oil level reading. As you can see, the oil level should be between the minimum and maximum markers on the dipstick. If it's below the minimum, it's time to add some oil. Checking your oil level is simple yet a crucial task. Make sure to do it regularly to keep your engine running smoothly. And remember, if you're not sure about your vehicle's specific oil requirements, always consult your owner's manual or a professional mechanic at VI Motors. We offer a diverse range of top quality engine oils, so visit us at Dove's Bottom or our location at Patch Point, Virgin Gorda, or call us at 494-2496 or visit us on our website at www.vimotors.com.
Hello everyone, welcome back and thank you so much for sticking with us. You're watching 284 News out of Tortola in the British Virgin Islands. The Caribbean region is bracing for continued heat stress and an elevated number of heat wave days through the peak of the hurricane season. According to a recent outlook from the Caribbean Climate Outlook Forum, CARICOF's heat outlook for August of 2024 to January 2025 predicts that August to October, the height of the Caribbean heat season, will be, and I quote, considerably hotter than usual, with intense and potentially record-breaking daytime and nighttime heat, as well as rising humidity levels towards September. They said, and I quote, the Caribbean is not out of the heat yet. Excessive heat should slowly decrease in November, transitioning into cool season from December. During the August to October period, the forecast calls for 52 more heat wave days in Barbados, Guyana, Trinidad and Tobago, the Bahamas, Belize, and the Greater Antilles are also expected to see between 25 to 50 heat wave days, while the Bahamas, parts of the Greater Antilles, Lesser Antilles, and Suriname will likely experience at least 30 heat wave days. Typically, the region sees 15 to 30 heat wave days in Puerto Rico, coastal Guyana, and the Lesser Antilles during this time frame, with just about 5 to 15 heat wave days elsewhere. Now, the prolonged heat stress poses significant risk, particularly for vulnerable populations. Health officials across the Caribbean are urged to implement measures to protect residents, as well as to mitigate the impact of the extreme conditions. As the Hurricane Atlantic season continues, the high temperatures and humidity could also contribute to the development and the intensification of tropical systems. Emergency management agencies are advised to factor heat outlook into their preparedness. Also on the regional scene, as the number of dengue cases across the region continues to rise, Trinidad and Tobago Health Minister Terence De La Sing is warning that the country is in, and I quote, an outbreak situation. Minister De La Sing confirmed that the number of confirmed dengue cases, which at present are at 825 infected and 8 deaths. That is, present 825 infected and 8 deaths. This is higher than previous years. The recent victim of this disease is an 8-year-old girl named Nalisha Sophia Nareen, who was laid to rest after a funeral service at her family's new Grand Princess townhome on Sunday, August 18, 2024. He said that already it can be classified as a dengue outbreak because the ministry has had more cases this year than the previous year since 2017 to now. Additionally, he further remarked that his team is doing a lot at the government level, and they are also encouraging people to do their part in saving the citizens, especially children, from this tremendous outbreak. While an official statement saying there is in fact an outbreak has not been made by the government, the minister is urging the public to come as early as possible to get tested for dengue. Now, the constant climbing of cases related to dengue fever in Trinidad and Tobago is concerning officials, with health ministry and the government taking all the steps to curb the disease. Over in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, there is also a battle of dengue outbreak with 213 cases and 17 hospitalizations. The island's premier, the Honorable Ralph Gonzalez, revealed that the majority of the cases were again children. Here in the British Virgin Islands, officials were unable for a comment at the time of this newscast. However, persons within the territory have been reportedly contracting dengue, with the exact number unavailable at this time. Viewers, that is it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for your daily news updates at 284 Media and 284 BVI on Instagram and Twitter, as well as WhatsApp channel and Instagram, formerly X. I'm Ron Grant. Do have a beautiful and enjoyable rest of the day. A happy Tuesday's wish to each and every one of you. Goodbye.